Om Mitraya Namaha. Yogaya Idam Namama. Namaste, my dear Yoga Mitras. Today, it gives an immense sense of satisfaction to meet you all and talk to you the last concluding day of this 2-week-long free online yoga camp for COVID-19 management, which was organized by the team Yoga Mitra, which got commenced on the 3rd of May with the support of not less than 400 yoga teachers who all came forward voluntarily to offer their yoga dana, their yogic skills, without expecting anything back in return, but to give to the society which has given them a lot for all these many years. And friends, we started this at this difficult time of the pandemic situation, wherein the entire world has been suffering, particularly our country, Bharat, which has given yoga, Ayurveda, Arogya, and all to the entire world. But today, our country itself is becoming in a difficult situation. That's where I thought that we should do something. Each one is trying in their own level best. A Prime Minister and respective state Chief Ministers, Health Ministers, the Ayush Ministry, and various big organizations, including the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh, and all spiritual organizations, social organizations, they're all trying their level best to wage this war against this COVID-19 virus. And yoga has a tremendous power to build up the immunity, to enhance our lung capacity, to improve the holistic health of a personality in all multiple dimensions of not only the physical but also the mental, social and spiritual well-being. If that is the case, why is this difficulty that we are facing today? If only we have taken all our traditional lore with more commitment, more seriousness, and we would have been practicing for all these years, I think today we would not have gone to this pathetic, difficult condition. Nevertheless, better late than never. At least now we have started realizing the potential of yoga, particularly pranayama. Couple of weeks back, when I happened to give a short introduction about the Brahmari Pranayama in a Kannada YouTube channel called Samvada, lakhs of views, lakhs of people have shared, and everybody started approaching, asking, can you teach me yoga? Can you teach me this pranayama? That's where I felt that what only as a one man, how can I do? How can I reach out to so many people and teach? But I have been always privileged by my own brothers and sisters of the yoga fraternity, who all fondly call me Subbu Bhaiya. I thought, I have so many brothers and so many sisters. Let me appeal to all of them, and I made a short video appealing to all my brothers and sisters, all the yoga teachers, to give how much ever time is possible for them to teach yoga and pranayama to the people in need, especially the COVID positive. The people who, thousands, have been every day crying that they are not able to breathe properly, they're not able to get the oxygen concentrators, they're not able to get the ventilators nor the ICU. We all have experienced with our own sadhana, our own abhyas of yoga, that what wonders that yoga can do. We are all testimonies for that. If that is the case, why not what we have experienced that we can share with the entire humanity? And with this concern that I appeal to the yoga fraternity, and within no time, more than 400 yoga teachers came forward voluntarily as Swayamsevaks, and they said that we will offer this yoga dhan, whatever yoga that we have learnt, we are ready to offer it to the society without expecting anything back in return except that satisfaction that we are able to benefit people in need. And with that strength of my yoga brothers and sisters, immediately we started giving information, notice to the public to come and join this program. And in less than half a day, my dear friends, there were 5,000 registrations, and more than 20% people who were already positive or in the recovery stage, and some people were doubtful, they were not knowing what is happening. But if that is the case, people desperately were looking for the solutions. When Lakhs of people are running behind the medicines like remdesivir, and people are trying to get the bed and oxygen and all those things. I'm so overwhelmed that at least 5,000 people who believed strongly, that too from all over this country, from various states, from various corners, who believed strongly that yoga can give them what they want at this time. Yoga roga nivaranam, the Shastra says. And the conviction that they all had, really gave us a sense of strength again. So in a less than 2 days time which we had in hand, we immediately made you all into small groups, and for each group, each teachers like this, the whole plan was that nobody should have an excuse for not doing yoga. So you should not tell that we don't have time. That's why we kept times opening from 5 a.m. until 9 p.m. So 12 different slots. Nobody can say that, I don't understand English, therefore I didn't join the yoga class, or I don't understand Kannada or something like this. So we offered it in all possible languages, in English, in Hindi, in Kannada, in Tamil, in Telugu. We have batches in Marathi and other languages as well. And we don't want to crowd, everybody into one group, mass. This is not time for us to, give such mass camps. Of course, thanks to all our great Mahatmas, the yoga gurus who conducted such mass awareness camps for all these years, that people are aware of yoga, the benefits that yoga can give. At the same time, we can't even, we can't only cater to individual needs by one-to-one. That's also difficult. We want to at least benefit a few more. That's where we made all of you into small groups, and one dedicated teacher if possible, 2 dedicated teachers. And teachers also have their own challenges in this difficult time. So sometimes when they can't come as substitute teachers. So this is how the whole plan started. And what started with a good sankalpa, with an intention, the social concern, the pain that I suffered that day when my own brothers and sisters were struggling to breathe, struggling to survive. So I thought that yoga can bring lives back. And this 2 weeks time, we have seen tremendous results coming in the participants. Those who have been regular, of course, it was very challenging for us to sustain the attendance, because of various difficulties which the lockdown suddenly started happening. The elders were getting sick at home. So a lot of difficulties I can understand. So sustaining the attendance was difficult for us, though we started the camp. But nevertheless, it could be 30 or it could be just 3. Our teachers never gave up. They tried the level best to give whatever possible. And we had taken the module which was prescribed by the Ministry of Ayush along with our parent organization, the S. Vyasa Yoga University, and whatever all Mahatmas have given to us, and making into easy modules. What are the needs? Today, people are complaining not only of the lung congestion, not only of the respiratory problems, not only of the breathing problems, but a lot of body pains, back pain, digestive discomforts, and so much of other pains also added to that. So keeping all this in mind, and moreover, the most important part is the relaxation, which is very important to come out of the anxiety which the pandemic is creating amongst us. So keeping all this in mind, the modules were redefined and made into the 4 different modules that we have taught to all of you. The first module, which starts with the breathing practices, and then a few loosening practice with the neck and the shoulders, and then we go into the different asanas from the standing, sitting, prone, and supine, and then the relaxation technique, the quick relaxation technique, which will take less than 3 minutes. And then we went to the introduction of the sectional breathing, the full yogic breathing, and the Nadi Shuddhi Pranayama. So I would suggest do this in a week. Suppose you're starting the week, the first 2 days, do this module 1. And then we move to the module 2, which we did the next 2 or 3 days in the camp, which will have some modifications, which will reduce a bit from the first and add a little more variations, mainly focusing on the back pain and the digestive discomforts that people are facing. So keeping those in mind, the first part, and then the pranayama is a little more enhanced with the brahmari and other things added to that. And then you go to the third module, where we have lesser asanas and more of the breathing, more of the chanting, more of the relaxation. We added the Mahamrutyunjaya mantra, which is very essential during this time to win over the fear of death. And the fourth module, which has the component of the Kriya of Kapalabhati, the sectional breathing Vibhagiya Pranayama, the full yogic breathing, and then the Bhastrika, and then the Nadi Shuddhi, Ujjayi and Brahmari, then followed by an affirmative meditation technique. So whatever we have given you is more than enough to have a healthy, happy, harmonious living, my dear friends. It's not that how much we do is important, how we do is important. Therefore, whatever that you have learnt is more than enough for our healthy, happy living. So try to revise all those, try to get to know how do we do. We have also thought as and when, what are the alternative ways of doing. If suppose somebody is not able to sit down, how can you sit in the chair? If somebody is not able to do it this way, so what is the other way? As in yoga, we always say kartum akartum anyata kartum shaknova. So how in the alternative way that you can make it possible? So all those things our teachers have taught you, and now it's time for you all to take this practice ahead, my dear friends. Yes, it would be nice if every day a teacher comes home and then knocks our door, makes us to wake up, and even if the yoga teacher brings a cup of coffee also and give us, it would be nice. But in yoga, it is Uddharet Atmanat Atmanam. One has to rise by one's own self. Do not depend on even the teachers, external people to give you this support. It is that you yourself have to come up. So all that we have done as facilitators, we have facilitated your learning for this 2 weeks, and it's time for you to implement whatever that you have learned in the past 2 weeks. And we would be sharing you with a handbook by this weekend, wherein all the practices are summarized in that, with the techniques, with the instruction, the benefits, and also the needed diagrammatic representations for you to look and revise. So you have learnt, now practice, implement, because all the time a teacher cannot come. In fact, my dear friends, the system of having a teacher, having a school, a studio, it all started really recently. Our ancestors did it as their self-practice. Yoga was part of their daily routine, their daily life. So that is how it should come. No doubt, if a teacher is there and guide, that's going to be wonderful. But the idea of Yoga Mitra is that you should not become a teacher-centric, a teacher-dependent. We are just friends for you, as and when you need, we are there to extend our hands and hearts and support you. At the same time, you should become self-reliant. Our Prime Minister Modi ji has been talking of Atmanirbhar Bharat. And yoga is the foremost Atmanirbhar sadhana. So let's come out of this, that only if a teacher is there and teaching, I'm going to be there. Without that, take this. Don't go beyond this. This is what we have taught. Take some time. Do it as a sadhana. Assimilate yourself with this and experience. In this 2 weeks, if you can experience this much, imagine if you extend it regularly. Abhyasa is Satu Dirghakala Nairantarya Satkara Sevito Dridabhumihi, as Patanjali says. It is the constant, devoted, strongly grounded practice which is very important. So some of you were tempted during this 2 weeks itself. You were asking the teachers, can you teach us Surya Namaskara? Can you teach us this asana, that asana? Friends, people are struggling to breathe today. What we have given you is fair enough, good enough to breathe well, have a good amount of energy, good amount of relaxation, good amount of health, the holistic health which is important. And this month, the whole May, I request you all to repeatedly practice this, what we have done again and again, and make it your own. And we would definitely be adding a lot more, probably like the cyclic meditation or the mind sound resonance technique with the Mahamrityunjaya mantra. All those we are going to add to you in the coming days. But what the 4 modules that we have done, take it, practice, imbibe, and experience for yourself. And once you have done, extend it to your family, teach it to them. Right? To just give them a little bit of this yoga jnana. You don't have to be a certified teacher or anything. Whatever you have within your family, I'm not telling go out and teach. That's the danger. You have to be qualified professionally, then only you can do it. But just to share this experience and make somebody motivated. So even with this 2 weeks experience is fair enough, my dear friends. So we are going to come out with more and more such programs and benefit you. The very next month, it's going to be the International Yoga Day. So we are planning to come out with more such programs to benefit you at large. And once you're part of Yoga Mitra, you're ever part of Yoga Mitra. This is a family, this is a global family which is emerging wonderfully. The mitratva is what is very important. Surya, when we do Surya Namaskara, we say Om Mitraya Namaha, because he's a friend of all the time. That is how we are also growing as Mitra Bhandavya. This Maitri which has grown amongst us should go ahead. Not just this camp is over, so we'll say bye bye, no friends. We're all together always, don't worry. Anytime you feel that you need something with yoga, with meditation, with prana, with breath, with life, with divinity, with spirituality, Yoga Mitra is always there for you. After this camp is over, we will be winding up the WhatsApp groups that we have created, but we are switching over to Telegram, keeping the trend now. More people could be accommodated. We'll be sharing you the Yoga Mitra Telegram groups ID. I request all of you to switch over there to that common ID, wherein we'll be updating about the regular programs. Even Monday itself, once we start the next batch, we will see if there are more slots available. We would immediately keep it open to all of you to come and join with this, right? And also some specialized programs focused for senior citizens, for the kids. They're pandemic, they're at home, feeling bored. So we have wonderful kids Krida Yoga program for the ladies, for the young adolescent children who are coming up, growing up, for people with special needs, people with some ailments like it could be diabetes or the back pain. So for all walks of life, people from all categories, from all walks of life, we have yoga in the holistic sense, including the asana, pranayama, mudras and dhyana and everything, the kriya. So we would be extending and offering it to everybody through the future programs to come. Also, we have shared the feedback form. Many of you have already filled the form. In fact, every day, right from the day one, the experience has been wonderful, that people used to share. The class was so nice. I'm experiencing an energy. I'm experiencing a beautiful enhancement of my breathing. I'm experiencing a wonderful health. All my tiredness went away. All sort of things, appreciations for the teachers, appreciation for the camp as such, appreciation for the modules, all have been pouring in, my dear friends, pouring in from each of the group. There are many people who have been calling us over phone also and have been thanking us for doing this. It is our duty. When the world is a difficult situation, when our country is in a difficult situation, it's our duty, my dear friends. Like when the Britishers came and have attacked our country, like Mahatma Gandhi, Subhash Chandra Bose, Bhagat Singh and everybody fought against the foreign people. Now this foreign element of the virus has come and is attacking us. Is it not our duty to fight against this? That's why we have all joined hands to way this far. Sangram zindahi hai, ladna usse padega, jo lad nahi sakega, aage nahi badega. Sangram zindagi hai. This life is a battlefield, my dear. It's a Kurukshetra, Pratikshanam, what happens. And one such Kurukshetra is what we are facing now against this coronavirus. And in the Kurukshetra, Yogeshwara Shri Krishna was there as the Partha Sarathi, and he gave yoga. It was only with the teaching of yoga that Arjuna could fight against the war of Kurukshetra. And now it's time for us to again take the tool, the Yoga Astra, the Yoga Shastra, and fight this war against this pandemic, my dear friends. And the first and foremost thing important is to keep our mind in the Chitta Prasadanam, Manah Prashamana Upayaha Yoga Ityabhidiyate. So that mind calmness is very important, because in Yoga Shastra we understand that whatever disturbance happens in the body is because of what happens in the mind. And just today I have been seeing this, a young gentleman, hardly 43 years, and he had been experiencing a bit of tiredness, probably because of the overwork that he had been doing, and because of that, right, he had been tired, but then the tiredness made him to become little bit of breathlessness, and then immediately this oximeter and everything, suddenly somewhere his wife went and brought an oximeter. In fact, the oximeter varies from 3000 to 300 today. So she got something which is moderate in price, and then he started testing it, and then all of a sudden it showed some less than 90. And then he got so much into panic. Oh, I'm losing my oxygen. I want oxygen. I want a hospital. I want to go here, go there, calling everybody and making a big havoc. And then I took the proper oximeter and went and showed him that it was already 94. It was already 94. And so when this was shown to him, that this is the true oxygen level that you have, he immediately, came to a normalcy of his mind. So the stress that he took, so that made him to feel that he is getting into the disease. It could be the corona and all those things. So it's all in our mind. Yes, when a pandemic happens, things which are not in our control, the Adi Devika, we can't change it. We only can pray. We only can do our own sadhana and all. But the Adi Bhautika, that which happens from the external, that social distancing, wearing the mask, not going outside, following the lockdown, all these are the things which we can do from our side. But then the Adi Atmika, that which comes from within, the self-driven, the Prajnaparada that we do, that is the most dangerous, my dear friends. So we should cheer up, keep up the mind very strong. Yoga is chitta vritti nirodha, manah prashamanopayaha, samatvam yoga uchyate. The calmness of mind is very important. Yes, if at all you are going to face it, what's going to happen? Yes, be prepared. Expect the unexpected and be prepared for it. If it comes, what should we do? That's what we have taught you here. So don't think, okay, I am healthy now, so let me overshadow my body by doing some advanced asanas and everything. But now it is time for you to practice the Antar Yoga, practice the pranayama, the dhyana, and make your the Sukshma Sharira, the Karana Sharira more stronger. And therefore the mind calmness is very important, and that's what meditation takes you ultimately. So therefore we have given that part also. So where the mind gets disturbed, that is Adi, we call it, that percolates through the Pranamaya Kosha into the physical body called Vyadhi. So do not let the Adi be formed, and do not let the Adi come and affect your body in the form of the Vyadhi. When the virus comes to attack your immune system, if the immune system is strong enough, if the mind is strong enough, it will say, come on, no, get lost, go away. If your mind is weak, it gives way for the virus to come into your body and live there. It's getting a beautiful palace to dwell. So it's you who are welcoming it by the weak mind. It is you who with a strong mind can fight against this virus as well, my dear friends. So with utmost determination, let us continue the practice, and Team Yoga Mitra is going to give you more and more wonderful things to do. We're going to share with you the handbook soon by Sunday. We're going to share you more of the videos. Practice and be ready, and very soon we will extend more such camps. And be united, be with us, and you can experience the joy of sharing and caring which yoga can give, the wonders which yoga can give. I request all of you to share this to more and more people. I request all of you to share your own experiences, your feedbacks through videos, through write-ups and all those things. The media, just to switch on the media, go there. It could be social media, the television, everywhere. Only the bad, that it is not there, that is not there. But now look at this. In just less than 2 weeks time, that we could create a history with 400 teachers joining hand. Most of them have not met each other physically before. I haven't personally met many of them before, but this common cause that we have to fight against this coronavirus brought us together, and 5,000 people who participated in this camp and got benefited. So is it not something positive? Is it not something very cheerful? Is it not something that we should cherish upon? And that is what we need to do. Carry this message of the positivity that we got in the mind, not the corona positive news. Let us carry this and spread it across. Let more and more people come into the Yoga Mitra Bandhavya. Let more and more people benefit out of yoga. And let this world become a Yoga Jagat. Let our life becomes a Yoga Jivana. Let all of us become, a Yoga Manava. That is what is more important, my dear friends. And with this few words, I offer my greetings to each one of our Yoga Mitras, the teachers, the volunteer yoga teachers. Their commitment, their dedication, their preparation, everything made this successful. And your commitment that we have to do this, we have to take the benefit of yoga, right from children to elderly, everybody that you have all joined, right? So this is the strength of this movement. It's going to grow more and more, spreading more of its wings, and give more and more to the society. Whatever that we have got, it's all for the society. Let's give back. Time for us to give back. Yogaya idam namam. We have to give, and for yoga, through yoga, to the society. is our objective. And I once again congratulate each and every Yoga Mitra, the yoga volunteer teachers, and all the yoga Shibirarthis, the participant. And now last, let's throw away this virus, this corona. Let's all take a Narsimha Avatara. Let's all become Narsimha and throw away this Hiranyakashipu, the Hiranyaksha, the Ravana Kumbhakarna, the Shishupala Dandavaktra, the Kamsa, the Putana, the Surpanaka of the corona, back to wherever it came from. Let's just do a Simha Garjana and throw it away, my dear friends. Come on, become Simha, the Narsimha, hands like this. Open your eyes widely, open your throat and do the Simha Garjana. Again. Thank you. Namaste.